I'm just cooling by the pool.
Hey, what's that big old deal, man? It's the Bricc, man. Why everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kids, man. You already know we still keeping it strong. Nigga don't need nothing from...
This call is from a federal prison.
Hey, sometimes it be a mental test.
People talking about it on podcasts. Is Adam going to pay for his lawyer? Is Adam putting money on his books? Whatever. And I'm going to be real with you. For like the first month that he was locked up, he didn't ask me for shit. He didn't say anything about it, which I kind of appreciated because I feel like if I just gave you $2,000 like immediately before you got locked up, it is kind of weird for you to get locked up and then be like, hey, like, can I have even more money? Especially given this prior debt. Because my thing is like, if you want to get an official verdict on how I'm willing to help you out financially in addition to what I've done for you previously, I feel like you should be upfront about that. I've talked to Bricc on the phone a whole bunch of times since he's been locked up, including like the day before this video came out, and it was none of this energy at all.
Well, I'm not fucking shocked, man, at all about how this is playing out, like, in the fucking media. It was just a matter of time before Adam got tired of fucking, quote-unquote, carrying fucking, Bricc baby, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, he lent him the money and shit like that, though, right? But, like, he didn't say that, yo, you gotta pay me back for this money, or nothing like that, or like, you know what I mean, I'm gonna take some out of your pay or something like that, right? It seemed like Bricc was just like assuming that he was just getting this money, and like Adam wasn't saying anything about it, so it was just all good because they're homies and shit like that. And Bricc was doing numbers on No Jumper, so maybe he felt like entitled to getting these little extras and shit like that, right? Like allegedly it's like $7,000 that he owes or whatever, right? And you got Sharp chirping in, trying to get some clout off this shit. Like, they're both kind of wrong like that. Like, Adam should have just kept it fucking behind closed doors and just been like, you know what, whatever Brick's alleging, it's just, you know what I mean, it ain't true. I'm not really fucking feeling that vibe or whatever, right? But like, not to go into, he shouldn't have went into details and put out Brick's like business out there, but like the denomination of the money and him helping him out and shit like that, right? Like, whatever. That's fucking whatever. He did that. And then, like, you know what I mean? But Bricc, obviously, on the other hand, too, like, he really shouldn't expect to be getting, like, fucking these, like, carried by this, like, by the 16, man. Because, like, you know what I mean? Adam is, he's a cutthroat fucking CEO and shit like that. If you're not producing for him, he's not going to pay you and shit like that. And he like, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of times where he paid Bricc baby and when Bricc baby wasn't even there and shit like that, right? Like, just because they did have some kind of a bit of a friendship, right? But, like, for business-wise, like, Bricc really couldn't, like, if he had a normal job somewhere, anywhere else, like, working at, like, fucking KFC or something like that, he couldn't just fucking go in and get thousands of dollars of loans fucking from your work because you got arrested and shit like that, right? And then ask for more loans and shit like that. Like, they would just be like, no, fuck off. Like, that's not happening. Or paying you when you're not there and shit like that. That just doesn't happen, right? So they're both kind of in the wrong. You know what I mean? But like, you know, like Bricc maybe feels like they're riding his wave off for being locked up, and they are getting a bit of content off it, but not very much content, right? Like, it's just like, how long could you actually talk on the phone for? Like 3 minutes an episode? That really doesn't produce very much, right? And they can only talk about Bricc for so fucking long until it gets played out. Nobody wants to hear about it anymore. You know what I mean? I think it's just they're both coming to realizations themselves that, like, you know what I mean? They weren't as tight of friends as they might have thought they were. But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section. You think Brick's wrong or Adam's in it wrong? You know what I mean? You guys let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, the shit's just crazy, man. Like, it's just No Jumper falling apart, man. You know what I mean? Friends turn into enemies and shit like that. Like, just regular No Jumper host shit. You know what I mean? Nothing new. Nothing surprising, right? People get fucking, like, the fake friendships just wear out pretty fucking quick when that money comes into play, man. And it's crazy. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.